Hey everybody, and welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you are new. My name is Bethany, or Budget Bethany, and welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. So I like to post these every single week in hopes to give y'all some meal ideas or some inspiration to cook at home for your family as well. Up first, we're going to be making some pigshots. I was so excited to share this with y'all. I couldn't wait till the end of the video, so I put it right here at the beginning. And to make these, you'll need some Andes, or not Andes, but any kind of smoked sausages, some bacon, some mild shredded cheddar cheese, some crushed pineapples, and a block of cream cheese. And to start with, you'll just need to cut your sausage up into the circle shape. The jalapeno is optional, and the original recipe does not call for a jalapeno, but we got the bright idea that we're going to add a little bit of jalapeno in there, but he doesn't like a lot of spice, so you can see him right here cutting up into little chunks, and then he's going to mash it down and it's going to cut it up into like little frying chunks, as you can see right here. That way it doesn't add a lot of heat to it, but we still get a little bit of the jalapeno flavor. So in a bowl, you're going to add your 1 block of 8-ounce cream cheese. Then I'm adding in some mild shredded cheddar cheese, and that's not part of the original recipe either, but you can never go wrong with more cheese. Am I right? And then you're going to add in about a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and y'all know I'm not measuring, I'm just dumping in some brown sugar into my bowl. And then you're going to go in with a cup of crushed pineapples, but you will only need 1/2 cup on the inside of the mixture. You'll use the rest of the cup on the top when you start filling the pig shots up. So once you get all your cheese mixture mixed up, then you'll need to start assembling your pig shots. And to assemble them, you'll need to roll a sausage in your bacon. And then once you get it rolled up, you'll need to take a toothpick and kind of stick it through to hold it in place, and it'll be in the shape of a little shot glass. So to make your life a whole lot easier, you'll need to dump that cheese mixture into a Ziploc bag and then cut the tip off. That way you can just easily fill up the pig shots and not have to spoon them out and make a big old mess. Then you'll just spoon on the remaining amount of your crushed pineapples onto the top of your pig shots, and then you'll just sprinkle on a little bit of brown sugar just for a little bit of a sweet kick. And you'll just slap those little piggies on the grill, and you're going to sprinkle on some seasonings, whatever you choose. We chose Chicka Bam Bam that we found at Walmart. We love this seasoning, it's becoming our new favorite. But you'll just grill those on there, and he's also got our ribs going. And I did not get him season up the ribs, but he seasoned them with our typical seasons that we always season with, and then rub some barbecue sauce on there and slap them on the grill. But now we're getting ready to make our sweet pea salad, and so I just dumped in 2 cans of sweet peas into this pot, and I'm seasoning them up with salt and pepper. We'll also need some eggs for your pea salad, and I didn't boil these on this day. They were previously boiled, but we just took them out of our refrigerator, and we're going to dice them up really fine, and we're going to throw that into the pot with our sweet peas once they're done cooking.
Don't need someone to say
Oh yes, I also forgot to mention that you will drain the water off your sweet peas once they're done before you add your eggs in there. Then you'll add in about a half a cup of mayonnaise and just mix that up really well. You can also add some more salt and pepper if you needed it.
Here we are in the car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah.
And then for our baked beans, it's just some good old bushes out of the can. I'm just going to dump them in my pot. We like to add hot dogs into ours, so as you can see, my husband added some diced up hot dogs in the, I think he cut them in the circle shapes. It doesn't really matter. Just diced up hot dogs. Here's our ribs once they were all done grilling. And then here is the famous pig shots once they were all done. Y'all, these things are so delicious. If you're grilling this weekend, you've got to try these. They're so good. I can't say that enough. Here's our plate all fixed up together with everything on our plate. We've got our ribs, our sweet pea salad, our baked beans, and our pig shots. And I've got some more barbecue sauce back there for dipping.
You're being over your head, babe.
So up next, we're going to be making some chicken egg fried rice. And I've shared egg fried rice over here on my channel many times, all different kinds of ways. But today we're going to be making some chicken egg fried rice. And all I'm going to do is cut up this huge big old chicken breast that I found at my local Piggly Wiggly. I'm going to cut it up into dice. I'm going to dice it up, I guess. Right here I got some rice that I've previously cooked. Y'all always told me it's best to use cold rice instead of using freshly cooked rice, so I got y'all covered for this on this day. Sometimes I do use freshly cooked rice and mine always turns out fine, but you guys always tell me to use previously cooked rice that's cold. So that's what I'm doing today. Anyway, right here I'm just dicing up my chicken breast into chunks.
Take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Just do it.
In my skillet, I'm going to be heating up some olive oil. That's what we're going to cook our chicken chunks in. And then right here, I'm fixing to show y'all the seasonings that I'm going to add to my chicken, because y'all know I was not fixing to cook this recipe without no seasonings, because I season everything. I'm just a seasoning person. So I got some more of that chicka-licka bam bam and some garlic powder and some onion powder.
One step forward and another back. I would never try to fool you.
To make this recipe even easier and more budget friendly, I just bought the frozen peas and carrots. I'm going to pop those in the microwave and cook them by the directions on the back of that little old package.
To you, yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on your bed when you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Every moment is another chance. Loving you is all I wanted. I'm wide open for a love affair. Girl, when you're looking like that.
So once my chicken was through cooking, I took it out of the pot and I left the juices in the bottom just because that adds flavor. I dumped in my cold rice and then I seasoned it up with some teriyaki sauce. Normally I would use some soy sauce too, but for some reason I did not notice that I was out, so we just winged it with teriyaki sauce. But if you have soy sauce, definitely add that because it adds so much more flavor to it. Then once I get my rice all heated up and mixed up really well, I'm going to dump in 3 eggs and we're going to scramble those up on the one side of the pot. Then we'll mix everything up together.
Honestly, I'm open wide. I don't feel like waking up without you by my side. I still see your silhouette. Why don't we go back to your bedroom?
And then we just dump on some yum yum sauce onto our rice, and we get that from Walmart, and then we just dig in and enjoy.
I'm sorry for all those promises I made you that I couldn't keep, but it's
I made some shake and bake chicken legs. So I've never tried the shake and bake anything, but my husband says you can also shake and bake pork chops, so I may be trying that in an upcoming video as well, because these shake and bake chicken legs actually turned out really good. So I found this shake and bake box at my local Walmart, and it comes with 2 pouches in there, so I'm just going to be using one just because I don't need the other one. I'll use the other one for another time, made for the pork chop recipe. But it comes with these bags, but I didn't use those. I just used my own gallon Ziploc bag. I dumped in the shake and bake seasoning into my Ziploc bag, and then I dumped in my chicken legs and shook them up really well until they were all coated real evenly.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
I just rigged up this pan right here. I placed my cookie cooling rack onto a old beat up pan, but it still did its purpose. It still worked because I wanted my chicken legs to be really crispy, and I didn't want them to be soggy. And I knew if I set them down in a pan, then the juices would cook out and it would be soggy, and I wasn't wanting that. So I rigged this up and it turned out perfect. The chicken turned out really crispy, just the way that I wanted them.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
And here is the green beans that I decided to use this week. Y'all know most of the time I use the Great Value green beans, but my husband told me he wanted some flat green beans. That's what we call them. So I found those and I grabbed those. And I'm just seasoning them up with some real bacon pieces. Y'all know that's how I always season my green beans. Sometimes I dip in some of that Italian dressing seasoning mix, but I was out, so I didn't add any on this time. But right here, I'm just getting ready to make my homemade mac and cheese, and I'm just boiling some of the small shell noodles. Once they're done, I drain the water off, added in some of the Velveeta block cheese. I cut it up in chunks, and now it's just melting down in there. Once it's melted, it'll be time to plate up everything. But y'all, look at this crispy chicken. I can't tell y'all enough about how good this shake and bake chicken was. I cannot believe I've never tried it before because it was really delicious. And then here it is, all plated up together with our shake and bake chicken legs and our macaroni and cheese and our green beans, and then we had one of the King's Hawaiian rolls on the side. And then, because I always share my plate with y'all how I think it's supposed to look, I'm going to share with y'all how I actually eat my food. And I love me some hot sauce and ketchup, and I love the Texas Pete hot sauce, so I always sprinkle that on any kind of chicken that I'm eating. So for the final meal I did that I'm going to be sharing with y'all this week, it's just going to be some chicken strips with some mashed potatoes and peppered gravy. So I found these already breaded chicken strip tenders at my local Piggly Wiggly, but I'm sure you can find them at whatever grocery store that you shop at. I'm just frying them up in a pan with some oil.
With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you just leave. I need more of. With us it's all or nothing.
And then normally I would peel and dice up potatoes and make homemade mashed potatoes, but I wasn't feeling it on this night, so I'm just using these instant Hungry Jack mashed potatoes. And I'm just cooking those by the directions on the back of that package. But I am going to be making the peppered gravy homemade, so I just melted up about 3 tablespoons of butter in my pan. I'm adding in about a half a cup of flour. About to say powdered sugar. You don't add powdered sugar, you add flour. And I'm just going to stir that up until it kind of clumps up and, hardens. You'll see it right there in the pan. Then I'm going to add in some milk, and I add in about 2 cups of milk. I let that simmer and, incorporate together and mix out all the clumps. And then I add in a whole lot of black pepper and a little bit of salt.
Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, I gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love. No, it is way too late, but I just can't get my eyes off you. Maybe we will regret this, but tomorrow is another day. And I will do anything to get your love. Hey, won't you pour me another?
Alright y'all, so here's everything together, and this meal took me about 30 minutes from start to finish to prepare for my family. We've got our mashed potatoes, our peppered gravy, and our chicken strips. Almost called it white gravy just because that's what my kids call it. But I wanted to say thank you all so very much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave me the big old thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And also, happy Easter to everybody, and don't forget to remember that Jesus is the reason for this day, and I will catch you all in the very next video. Bye y'all.
Might have been one too many. Should go home to my bed, sleep it off. But I can't stop believing you're the one I'ma be with tonight. So I will do anything to make you mine. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck.